Hello and welcome back. Because we did 2 in the last one, we are all the way up to 19 in 50 questions Mormons can't answer. Answered. I have switched Evie's outfit to Ubisoft Blue, which is a very, very blue, but it's just the shadows in here. It's hard to tell the color of what she's wearing, so I might just go back to changing outfits as opposed to colors. Oh, there's some light coming. Yep. So yeah, you can see the blue now. That light's reflecting. Anyway, let's get to our view before we get to our question. Yes, the train's coming right at us. I really do like this angle. I think it's a great angle to explore London in. Anyway, question 19. Why do you baptize for the dead when both Messiah 3:25 and the Bible state that there is no chance of salvation after death? So, first off, I'm not entirely sure why he picked Mosiah 3:25. It vaguely makes his point, but it's also, it's basically, it's similar to certain parts of Revelation where it talks about the punishment that happens to people who are found guilty after death, who have been found guilty, basically. So it's essentially like that, and it seems an odd choice for proving this point. Let's get started on kind of this whole baptism for the dead. So what a baptism for the dead is that we'll have somebody stand in as a proxy for the dead. That person will then go through the process of getting baptized, and it will be for a specific person who has died. It is, and basically the way it works is it doesn't force anyone to become Mormon in the next life or anything like that, but it does present an additional option to people that they can accept or reject the baptism, similar to the way that if you are baptized into our church, you can then move on. You can reject the church, leave the church. You don't have to accept the baptism. You don't have to fully be a Mormon all the time. You can reject it. You can leave. You can, it's ultimately your choice, and that's a choice we give to other people. So now the reason why we offer this baptism to the dead, there are a couple different reasons. So first off, we believe that there were people who, because of the time or place they were born into, may have accepted the gospel of Christ and the Church of Christ, but for maybe because of geographic location, maybe because of just the time period they were in, they couldn't get a baptism for the dead. They couldn't get the proper ceremonies and ordinances that they needed to fully embrace the gospel of Christ. So, this basically offers them a chance to accept what they would have accepted in life. In addition to that, there are people who, generally because of time and place, who never even heard of the gospel of Christ just because of their location. And we believe it's inherently unfair to, penalize them for not, just because they were born in the wrong place at the wrong time. So this, in addition to that, gives them a chance, upon hearing the gospel in the next life, to be able to accept or reject it as they will. It's essentially supposed to be fair for everyone else, so everyone has a chance to accept it, regardless of where or when they were born. God is not someone who's going to arbitrarily judge someone guilty when they can't do anything to not be guilty. They can't. He is a just God, and he will give everyone the opportunity, and that's why we do this ordinance, and that's why we believe it. We also believe the practice of baptism for the dead is briefly mentioned in the Bible, but there's no context given for it. So, we do it because basically we've received revelation. This is how it should be done. And it's to give everyone a chance, to accept or reject. And if you didn't have the chance in this life, or if you accepted it in this life but couldn't receive the proper ordinations, we got you covered. That's pretty much that's the reason for it. So anyway, let me know what you think of baptisms for the dead and this answer. Let me know what you think of this view. Like and subscribe if you like it. I will see you in the next video. Bye.